so delighted in meeting you in the program JIP's 3 p.m. 3-point medics. This session is going to address the continuing medical education on hyponatremia. Point number 1. Hyponatremia is the most electrolyte disorder in the hospitalized patient. It almost contributes 40% of patient population among hospitalized patient. Number 2. If you ask me what is hyponatremia, I could say the definition of hyponatremia would be a weird and a peculiar one. Because if you ask somebody what is hypokalemia, anybody could say it is a reduction in potassium level. If you ask somebody what is hyperkalemia, there is an increased concentration in potassium level. If you ask somebody what is hypocalcemia, it is a reduction in calcium level. But if you ask somebody if it is hyponatremia, if somebody says it is simply a reduction of sodium in the serum, then probably that may be wrong. Why? Sodium metabolism is normally associated with water metabolism. So, most of the time, if somebody has hyponatremia, it is not due to reduction in total body sodium, it is a relative excess of water which may dilute the sodium resulting in hyponatremia. So, here not only focus on increasing your sodium concentration, you have to address that excess water accumulation in the body. Likewise, if somebody has hypernatremia, you can't say blindly or bluntly there is an increased sodium concentration. Rather, you should say the sodium concentration may be normal, there may be relative deficit of total body water resulting in relative excess of sodium. So, whenever somebody has hyponatremia, it is not only reduction of sodium, you have to think in such a way that there may be an excess of water which might have contributed in diluting the sodium level resulting in hyponatremia. So, not only you have to focus on enhancing the sodium concentration in the serum, you have to address the excess water in hyponatremia equally. Number 3. Where is sodium present? Please remember that 90% of sodium is present in the plasma and interstitium, or otherwise called extracellular compartment. So, 90% of your sodium concentration in plasma and interstitium. Only 10% is present inside the cells. On the other hand, 98% of potassium is well packed within the cells. Only 2% present in the plasma. So, this difference you have to appreciate. So, 90% of the sodium that is present in the plasma contributes most of the electrolyte concentration in the plasma, or otherwise called plasma osmolality. Number 3. What is plasma osmolality? Plasma osmolality is measurement of electrolytes and non-electrolytes present in the plasma. For example, measuring sodium and potassium and chloride and bicarbonate. So, all these electrolytes with non-electrolytes, glucose and urea and so on. This collective measurement of electrolyte and non-electrolytes are called plasma osmolality. So, this plasma osmolality is mainly contributed by sodium concentration. I want to appeal to you such a way that 90% of your plasma ion concentration, or otherwise called 90% of plasma osmolality, is contributed by sodium. If there is sodium reduction, you can say plasma osmolality comes down. Because even though potassium, glucose, everything contributes, 90% of your plasma solute concentration is nothing but sodium concentration. So, when you have hyponatremia, you can say there is decreased plasma osmolality. If somebody says that decreased plasma osmolality, you are forced to think that there is a reduction in the serum sodium concentration. Very rare occasions glucose may contribute to significant amount of plasma osmolality. For example, in HHS syndrome and diabetic ketoacidosis, where glucose level may be around 600-700, at that time it may exert some influence on plasma osmolality, or otherwise plasma osmolality or plasma solute concentration is 90% contributed by our sodium level. So, what is the relevance of plasma osmolality in our day-to-day practice? Does reduction in the plasma osmolality or increased plasma osmolality have any repercussions on brain function? Yes. It has serious consequences on brain function when it has decreased concentration or increased concentration, or otherwise when you have decreased plasma osmolality or increased plasma osmolality, patient may have serious neurological consequences. In next session, we will see how plasma osmolality exerts influence on our brain function. Thank you.